Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today is early access day of the new set, March of the Machines, and thanks to Wizards, I get access to all this cards. Got a count multiple days before the general public. I get to try out the cards. I have to return them, unfortunately, but we get to play out blinged out decks, try out the new cards, see what's cool, what's not. And this is a deck I've lost to a couple times now against other streamers. It is a Naya Legends deck, and Naya Legends got quite a buff. And the card that's really standing out is Djeru and Hazoret. So 5 mana, 5/4. As long as you have one or fewer cards in your hand, Djeru has Vigilance and Haste. Whenever it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may exile a legendary creature from among them, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order, and then you can cast it without paying its mana cost. So I've just been repeatedly getting Kogla and Yidaro and then just fight or like big damage like for a turn. And then I've also been getting Ghalta and Mavren, which just makes like a big like creature attack, either go wide in terms of vampires or just one big dino to kind of hit your opponent. The rest of the deck we are playing in a Naya Legends deck, so we can take advantage of Plaza Heroes. Every creature, we're only creature deck, and it is all legends. So you have Skrelv for protection, Thalia for tax with some new art, Hajar to protect our creatures, Katilda as a way to kind of ramp with our creatures. So we have a number of kind of humans as well in the deck, but this helps us get 2 to 4 mana. Melira to protect our key cards if they were to be removed, anything of that nature. Adeline to go wide and give you a lot of bodies. Migloz, just a lot of useful abilities. Blow up artifacts or enchantments, make it bigger, give vigilance and menace. Then we got the new Elesh Norn. So Elesh Norn, whenever a source deals damage to you, they lose 2 life unless they pay mana. We can sacrifice 3 other creatures. If so, we get to flip it to a saga, and we get to incubate 5 times. That means make 5 tokens with 2 counters on it that have the ability to pay 2 mana. It flips, becomes a creature, but this also flips our tokens. So we basically get 10 power over 5 bodies. Our creatures on chapter 2 then get +1/1 and double strike, and then we get to destroy all. Basically, we're using it for the front side. The last ability kind of hurts us more than anything. Halana and Alena to put counters on their stuff and give it haste. Jetmir for the go wide, give us like added bonus in terms of power or abilities like vigilance, trample, or double strike. The Djeru, and then like I mentioned, Ghalta and Mavren. So let's jump into it, see how it plays out. I'm excited to try this one. Played a lot of cool decks today. Everything will be cut up and curated. This one is live on YouTube, but you can catch all the stuff if you missed any of it afterwards on my channel. So we are jumping in, seeing how this goes, having some fun. This is intended to be like a for fun format, so trying out new cards. While it's obviously easy to just take, some of the go-to long-standing cards, we want to try out new stuff. The intent is to not concede super early as well. And kind of go from there. If you do enjoy this type of gameplay content, we usually get Mythic every month. We also do a whole bunch of meta analysis. So if you're always looking for the top decks, we go through everything with statistical background. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's free, easy. We have a goal of hitting 10,000 subs by June. We're a little over 8,000. So it would help the channel if you can do so. And like I mentioned, all my YouTube revenue for the month of April, I'm donating every single penny to local Toronto food banks. So it's a free and easy way to help out. Okay, so they are on enchantments. That's actually a good one. So we can go Migloz. Migloz blowing up artifacts and enchantments is really nice. We could go Migloz into Jetmir. Katilda's kind of scary. I think Migloz is the call this turn. Into Jetmir, into Djeru. Might have been right to go the other way. We'll see how this plays out. Our mana base is very painful right now. See Bitter Reunion come down. Discard 1, draw 2. Teaching of Kirin. See Katilda likely come in here. Ow! Vigilance here is really nice. So this itself is not an enchantment, which kind of sucks. I would ideally either like to hit another land so I can play both of these and then get enough tokens to get the trample as well. Okay, see, touch the Spirit Realm. A little bit slower of a start here. I think we're just taking the damage this turn. Bit unfortunate. But we'll blow this up. Vigilance and Menace doesn't really matter here. The life gain from Katilda has been pretty rough. Again, we've taken quite a few points of damage from our mana base this game. And then they just came upon a couple answers. That should be GG here. The Katilda was kind of rough. We can block, but we're too far behind here. But queue it up again. Never got to that 5th land. Drew a few too many Thalias. Had Trample not been like as relevant, we needed him to not have another exile. The curve was decent. In the end, like I don't think Adeline line made much difference there. While we could have gone wider, we wouldn't have been able to blow up to touch Spirit Realm. We didn't have enough mana over those 2 turns. Even just hitting another land to blow up the touch and to play another creature would have been good. But we just stumbled a little on mana. It happens. Alright, so Skrelv into Migloz, playing John Likes Games. I might actually go up another, do 3 copies of Katilda, 3 of Thalia. Pass the turn here. The protection has a lot more utility. Okay, see Gwenna come down. Gwenna's another card we can play. It's a legendary. It's not as aggressively slanted. We really want to hit a land here. We can hit a land. Gwenna might be good though, because we have powerful creatures. It could tap untap, and it helps us go 2 to 5. Sorry, 3 to 5. I'm gonna try 1 or 2 Gwennas in here. Cut down a Thalia. Cut down Ziatora. Well, that's scary. No blocks. What are you throwing at me? What are you throwing at me? Might have been right to do the protection here, but because I have another Halana and Alena, I'm doing this to give it haste, because then I also have the addition of having some extra power. I can remove 2 counters from it. I can blow up an artifact or enchantment. I think we're just doing pump here. Hit for 8. Now we have protection up, as well as potentially another thing. Oh, Yargs, McGargs. Oh, we're getting a Yargle thrown at us. 18 to the face. 18 to the face. Yeah, we've been missing land drops too consistently, I think. Like, we can snowball pretty hard, but I think what we do... Thalia. I like these as protection. Probably only need 2 Jetmirs, and we'll play Gwenna. Play 2 Gwennas. Maybe it's only 1 copy of Jetmir. Like, we really only want to see 1 ever. Play another Katilda. We want to see some added value here. Okay, let's try that again. This is where we got to play around with numbers. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. But we want to get the best feel in terms of how aggressively slanted. Because you are kind of stuck trying to get to that 5 mana spot. So I think having 5 pieces of accelerant will also help. Thought we were safe at 17, but turns out 17 is not a safe number. But alas, we will jump in, try again. Alright, Eldrazi. Probably gonna be on some big mana nonsense. I could go Skrelv into Melira, Skrelv into Katilda. I like this. Got some ramp. You're a human as well, so you get that value. That's great. If we draw a land, then I can play Halana and Alena. Okay, we're at 24. I gotta go to 25 lines, I think. This is actually silly. $25 lands it is, I guess. We've consistently missed a 3rd land in every single game. So this is probably the... there's the 5 mana legendary that you can reveal a card from the top of your library and deal damage equal to its power. Holy hell, finally. You're being dumb. It's double red. Okay, so I got quite a bit of protection coming around. Had we known, he would have obviously gone Halana. Yeah, so Hidezuku and Kari. So Enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, put 2 from your hand on top of your library. When it dies, exile the top card of your library. Your opponent loses life equal to its mana value. If it's instant or sorcery, you may cast it without paying its mana value. So we do this. I put the counters. So protection from black. Give it menace. So they're kind of stuck because they have to block Adeline here. And then they can't block Migloz. So we're going to just block the reflection here. So they need to kill Hidetsugu. If they kill Hidetsugu, they still win. Should have attacked with Melira. But then they block different anyways. Melira is good because it can protect my Adeline or my Halana. Probably protect the Halana and Alena, all things considered. Because then I can haste out the Ghalta and Mavren. Big old dino vampire! We're getting roped. We're getting roped. Okay, impulse. So at the very least, that's going to clean up the top of the library. Okay, so Diabolic Intent. Land off the top. Diabolic Intent's a cool way to kind of pop it off too. Didn't even get to do the combo. We are adding another land. I'm tired of missing land drops in this deck. Got dark in here. Have Jetmir, have these two, have Melira, have Thalia. Do another Copperline Gorge. Just make sure. Save 25 lines. Yep. Alright. 1-2, but we'll give it a couple more runs. We're working on it. We're fixing the mana. We'll keep. Go Thalia into Katilda. Skrelv. It's terrible. We only have 2 Iganjos. Like, it's usually pretty good because we can cycle it. Opponent's on Knights. It's an interesting one. We'd gone Katilda. So, we do this. These are all humans. Ghalta and Yidaro, like the one we just played against, Uroki. This Naya Legend deck, I don't have the exact numbers, but that's pretty cool. Stop drawing dupes. All those creatures get flying. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. I can do that, so it's probably just doing the... Well, they usually have like 1 tribe for each set, so it looks like they're trying to bring back Knights. Opponent's already at 13 somehow. We're taking a sizable chunk in the air, but like this is kind of the hodgepodge of... We got Phyrexian Mite, Human Soldier, Human Knight, Siren Pirate, everything under the rainbow kind of approach. Enters battlefield as long as you control a Knight. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How am I getting 7 mana? Oh, you're only 6 to cast. So I can take out the flyer, but I think we just smack face. I should probably read what these cards do. Am I just dead? 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ape, dinosaur, turtle. We've gotten very unlucky with lines this game. Like this entire set. They can get to fairy. Which, to be honest, if they're doing that, so we're gonna get out Ghalta here. And then we have a choice of attacking dinosaur with trample or create XX tokens with lifelink where X is the number of attacking creatures. I think we're gonna make a big dino. I'll get Teferi. Don't really care about Teferi. But yeah, Hiroki, I've been streaming all day, so I haven't really consumed any others' content. I usually leave that for the weekend after, and then I do my part to check out others, but I like to kind of go in with a fresh mindset. Like if we see people's deck list, they look cool, then we'll give them a shot. They're deciding what they want to do. Well, here's my Ghalta. I mean, if you just throw Ghaltas at people, you're probably going to win. We'll give this one more. 2 and 2. See if we get the 3-2. We're really good at drawing Skrelv openers. Did he? Played a lot of Magic today. I shouldn't have. Melira is pretty good, so when it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter. Yeah, I'll check out his stuff after, like on the weekend. I like to see kind of what's the breakout. I really like the Demir draw too. We were playing it in a Sultai shell, but I think Demir is better. Lots of like incidental ways to just cheat out Atraxa on it. Think I'm just gonna throw this away. They might not block. Oh, they blocked. That's cool. Because I want to have this to have haste next turn. Because then I have protection for it too. So this with 1 or fewer cards gives you haste. Okay, Liliana comes down.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me.
One of your friends has to leave.
Could see an attack in here. They have vigilance anyways. Yeah, I was actually gonna try that in Explore. We will take probably Kogla here. They don't block, we fight, and if they do block, we get a 7/7. Seems good, all things considered. Obviously, you'd rather have that pre-combat. Would have preferred Ghalta. Depopulate, no. Lily's gonna come and now just eat me. Interesting. No! I don't have haste, really, in the deck. They should plus Liliana to keep the minus available. I got nothing. I got lands. I mean, when you see creature, you're not expecting the follow-up to be like a sweeper, right? Like, to be frank, this isn't good deck building. Like, why do you do creature board wipe? So you're not going to play around a sweeper. Cards that I thought we'd be playing around, like Liliana's fine if you're doing like a mid-range show. Like Sheoldred's fine. Like those all make sense. But kind of going, yeah. We're dead here. They take my Kogla, hit me for. Not even taking the good cards. Well, we shouldn't have done the Melira then. We risked it a bit. Discard. That puts 8. They flip Sheoldred. Yeah, this person's just playing slow. I know we shouldn't concede, but that's not really anything good in terms of gameplay. Alright, so the thing with these Legends decks, we didn't get the selection that we get in a Jessica and Esper Legends deck. You end up having to... This has a very high payoff, but at the same time, like, it takes a while to get it. These in your early hand are not great. When Yidaro hits, it hits great, but at the same time, if you're getting this for free, it's really just as a fight effect. Ghalta is pretty good to cheat in. But I think maybe just doing lower to the ground, this being your top end, may be better, and just doing it as like a free value play might be the more effective way of kind of building this deck. But we'll wrap this particular deck up.